What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Open Letter to a Survivor. I'm going to call myself the moderator this week, but I am Kim. You should not have
Sorry.
that face. Welcome, everybody. This is a great week. I'm happy to be here with all of the ladies. We also have two very, very, very special guests in the house today. I will let Lady Poet get to that very soon. Again, just want to welcome you all. We are so happy that you guys are faithfully tuning into the show. People are often waiting for us to go live, and we are on time thanks to K Love and Lady Poet and Cassandra. They got us on point, so we are ready to kick things off. There's a lot going on today. Obviously, our two guests, but Lady Poet definitely has some things that she wants to kind of get off of her chest and discuss as well. But just want to open the floor up to Lady Poet. How's everybody doing? Actually, before you get started, how is everybody?
Good.
Okay, everybody had a good week. Or?
Excited.
I'm good. What did you say, Kayla?
I'm sleepy.
You know what? I saw this meme this past week, and the lady's like, "Fix your face." That's what we're gonna say to K Love.
Okay.
We're gonna say, "Fix your face." It's all on your face, K Love. Nah.
All right.
But I do want to open the floor up to Lady Poet. It's all yours, lady.
Thank you. Thank you for introducing us again. So again, I'm Lady Poet Speaks. I am the founder and creator of Open Letters to a Survivor podcast. I have my two wonderful, amazing co-hosts, Cassandra Williams and my right hand, Kay Love. We are actually talking today about self-care. After the series we did, we all need a little self-care after our series on domestic violence and abuse. So, as always, before we get started today, we'll go to the letter, and then Kate Love will introduce our guest for the week.
Awesome. So, good evening, everyone. Again, this is Cassandra, and I'm going to read out our letter for today. Dear Survivor, as you move along your journey to strive, grow, persevere, and love yourself, the absolute best work you can add is to love yourself by taking the time to care for yourself. Be intentional about having a time and space that is just for you. I know, especially for you who've been so concerned about what's next and how to protect yourself from harm, you who, despite the valleys in your life, will move heaven and earth to support others in your life who need you, or so we all think. The you who, as a survivor, is now learning how to set healthy boundaries to protect your peace. Know that it is both okay and absolutely necessary for you to take care of yourself. Self care is not selfish. Let me say it again. Self care is not selfish. In fact, it's just the opposite. Not taking care of yourself is the most selfish thing you can do to yourself. So take the time to do you, whatever it is that gives you peace, joy, laughter, and love. You are the best gift that you can give yourself. Take care and be well on your self care journey. Sincerely, Lady Poet Speaks, K Love, the entire team of Open Letters to a Survivor, our phenomenal guests today from LT Squared, and me, Cassandra Williams.
Well, thank you for that. That was awesome, Cassandra. You always do such a wonderful job with that.
I'm talking to myself, so it's easy.
Exactly. So I just want to introduce these lovely, wonderful ladies. LT Squared is ran and owned by some beautiful sisters who just put the sister in sister. They are fabulous people, wonderful women, women of God, mothers, wives, just they do it all. And they run an awesome business. And I'd like to introduce you to Leah and Leah. of LT Squared. Woohoo! Hey, ladies.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So let's start off with you guys telling us a little bit about yourselves.
I guess we'll start off. Most people don't know we are twins. I am Leah Tamera, and that's Leah Tamara, which makes up LT squared. That's how where the name comes from. Most people are like, "What is it?" So that's the start. We're twins. My sister and I are both wives. Been married. How many years you been married? It'll be 15 in September. 15. I've been married 25, 26 in November. I have two grown children, 24 and 25. My sister has a 7-year-old. Logan. Yeah. Shout out to Logan, Donovan, and Haven. Our husbands, Arlen and Glenn. And they are our major support of LT Squared.
Awesome.
LT Squared started in 2002. Good job. I was looking for it on the screen. Okay. She always get the year wrong. We are essentially based a print media company that does all type of print media, invitations, flyers, brochures. We've won best invitations for the city or state site in Cleveland, Akron, Cleveland, Akron area for the last 10 years straight. Our invitations are limitless. Our motto is whatever you have on mind, we can design. And that essentially has been the base of our business for those 22 years, 23 years. One of our wedding clients started the birth of our scented line that you see behind us. We have all kind of scented products for your home and body. That brand is called Twin Aura Essence. That started in, okay. It started from a wedding client. She wanted to do favors for her reception, and she asked us, do we know how to make candles? And we hate to tell people we don't know how to do something. So we said, yeah, we know how to make candles. Went on the internet and bought a candle kit and started it in our kitchen. Tested it on our family. Everybody had to give us feedback on what they liked and what they didn't like. And going back to the invitations, how it grew, we always put our name on the back of every invitation that we made. So we started getting calls and requests for more invitations just off of that type of promotion. So with the candles, we did the same thing. And from her wanting favors, people start ordering candles just for themselves as gifts, self-care, different things like that. And that's how the candle line grew.
Awesome. And then from there, you started the scents for your body. Is it the cream, the oils, the shea butters, stuff like that?
Yeah. So like every 2 years, we will add a different product to the fragrance line. At first, it started just with the candles for, I guess you would say, home fragrance, and then we started thinking like, well, some people started asking us, do you have anything for the body? Like, do you make body washes or anything like that? So we just started branching out again and testing out different recipes and ingredients. And I think the next thing was the shea butters. And then the coconut oils. We do charts. We came out with a disinfectant spray during the pandemic. We decided not to leave the men out. We have a beard balm and beard oil. We have black soap in a bar that we get from Ghana, and then we tweak that. We make it into a foaming soap that has other ingredients like turmeric in it. Looking back at the shelf, what else do we have? So we carry over 2,000 fragrances. We do vending out, pop-ups and things like that. Even though we have a brick and mortar that we've had since day one, we do, and we take our most popular 25, and people love them. No advertising, no marketing. We don't do all of that. We keep it simple, put our name on everything, and people love us. And we never had to take out a loan for our business. Our first client her deposit went back into her job, and then the profit went back into the business, and we kept rolling it over and over with each client until we built a strong foundation. And I think we knew we made it when we could go on vacation. That's when we think we made it. When we stopped sharing lunch. When we stopped sharing lunch. Yeah, that's when we really made it. You eat your lunch, I got my own lunch.
How long did that take?
It's hard starting a business.
Yeah,
from zero.
Yeah. I'm really trying to think. What year was that?
It wasn't horrible.
Maybe year 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe year 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
We never our businesses ran and operated only by us two. Everything that literally comes out of this space, people don't believe it, but it's just us two. We put our hands to it, and our hands are the only two hands that touch every piece of paper, every product, everything. We had an order just last week of 850 candles.
Yeah.
We got it done in about
2 weeks.
Yeah, day and night. Got it done. It's just us.
That's amazing.
Like
that is truly amazing. Why did you guys even start LT Squared?
Let's see. Why? I don't think it was a why. It was a
more a win.
Right. It was just necessary. It was, to be honest, every person in our family has been entrepreneurs. We tried punching the clock. We've done it. No, I mean, that's for some people.
It wasn't for us. I think part of our DNA is a little entrepreneurship strip in there where it was just time to step out on faith and do our own thing. Like we've always been creative, kind of on both sides of the brain. Like I have an accounting degree, so I can crunch numbers, but I didn't want to be an accountant for the rest of my life. Like that was too boring for me. I like to create. I'm into art and different things like that. So I think we just always wanted to put our hands to something new and different, and always not want to just have one boss that we answer to. Even though when you have your clients, you have a new boss every time you get a client. They get to tell you what to do, what they expect, the goals to reach, and different things. So you get a new boss every client you get.
I hate to say that it wasn't. I don't think. I mean, we knew we wanted to be entrepreneurs.
Definitely.
We knew it was going to be our final end all. But LT Squared was not like we didn't sit. I'll be honest. We did not sit down with a blueprint of LT Squared.
No.
Our very first client needed invites. We did invites. We put. Did we put anything?
So it was my wedding, our first job we did.
Right.
And then we did put LT Squared. Well, when we were creating my invites, we were like, well, what do we call ourselves? And then my dad was like, well, y'all not gonna have the same last name, so just play off the numbers and your initials of LT Squared. So we put our name and telephone number.
We put our cell phone number on the back of the invite.
On the back of the invite. And between our invites and Lucy's was our second client. We start getting calls for different invitations, and it wasn't just for weddings. It was for birthdays, bar and bat mitzvahs, retirement parties. It was for different celebratory events, and that's what grew the business. But yeah, we didn't go to school for graphic design. We didn't go to art school. We just self-taught ourselves on our business that we have today.
Yeah, it was pretty much the client demand didn't allow. Well, the client demand basically told us that you starting your business. You starting a business and you don't have time to do nothing else because we want what you got. And we was like, okay.
And we do have a question. So the question says, how long did it take you to get beyond the break-even point?
And I hate to say the crazy thing. So most people may have a break-even point. Is there a break-even point? Because each time, like, I know each time we make money, we got a new task. Like we just did a job. I'm like, oh, I want new flooring. So did you break even? Nope, I want new flooring. So it's always something like we're forever. We because we are creative, we look around and be like, I'm tired of seeing that. Time to do something different. We're like, oh, what you thinking about? It's always a new venture on the table.
Yeah. We're always setting new goals.
Yeah, because like 7 years ago, didn't plan on it. Had a tenant, so we're in a brick and mortar, and we share within our brick and mortar some other space. And our space is just a nice zen,
Woosah space.
all day. Like we got good vibes. So our tenant next door was bad vibes, and we was like, I'm tired of this situation. As soon as that person's lease was up, we bought the space next door, and we own a beauty salon. We don't know nothing about
cosmetology whatsoever. Don't ask me about hair, nails, or this and such.
but I know how to run a business.
Absolutely.
So break even, no. The salon needs something. So
So what it sounds like is you're forever investing back into your business.
Absolutely.
As it grows, you invest back in. And as it grows some more, you invest back in. So
Absolutely.
they'll be like, oh, what trip you want to take?
Yeah, so we don't just stop at this. We always used to just invest back in the business until we start getting some wisdom that the business can't run without investing into each other.
Yeah.
So that's when we decided that we need to take week-long trips at least once a year to replenish ourselves, even though the laptop do go with us overseas, but we still take some time away with our families and regroup and invest back in us.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that's really cool because as we're talking about self-care, you ladies are talking about how you need that to sustain not only your business life, but your personal lives, right? To keep things going. I'm loving the twin energy. I love it. So I'm going to go into this next question, but I first have to say to you two, like, okay, so the nerd in me is standing out over here.
Okay.
For the last 20 some odd years, I've been a math teacher.
Okay.
So the LT squared is like getting me, right? So when I saw you ladies' names on your website and everything, I got it.
Immediately.
Oh my God, this is so cool. So, you guys had the shirts at the LT, the superscript too. Yeah, I was all over it. Okay.
You got it. You got it.
I got it. So I just had to put that out there. The nerd in me had to just let you know. So I think where you guys left off was a good segue. As we are focused on mental health, the topic of the series, of course, is self-care. And so tell us about how LT Squared can be a resource to help those who are looking for a way to provide self-care.
Well, I think mental health and fragrances kind of go hand in hand. Fragrances can promote relaxation, reduce stress, and boost your mood. So you always think of your sense of smell it's directly connected to the limbic system, trying to get a little technical, but it houses your memories and your emotions. So when you smell something pleasant, your senses are stimulated. It tells you to unwind, relax, get back to your zen spot, and keep you focused on where you need to be with your inner self. Sometimes we work on the outside in, and sometimes we work on the inside out, and fragrances play a huge part in that.
Right.
And not only with our fragrances, we have other things as far as with self-care, like our black soap. It helps, like if you're dealing with blemishes or different skin issues, black soap is amazing. So I use it every day. You use it every day. I use it on Logan, top to bottom. When you look good, you feel good. So fragrance, appearance, it does a lot for your mental health, and your self-care is a vital part in it should be a daily routine, not just something that you do when you go on a retreat or decide to go to the spa. You got to think about you first.
Right. And I think also with honestly, LT Squared, me and my sister are yin and yang. So You walk in the door, you'll get my sister. You may be coming in for obituaries. You might be coming in for your wedding. She's the person to hold your hand and give you that loving and support. And then I'm that muscle. I'm like, all right, now what we got to do? What we doing? What we doing? Okay, she gonna woosah you and okay, put on your soft spots. And I'm like, yeah. Okay, so what's our next move? Okay, like what we about to do? So to me, that's the self-care that LT Square gives you. The products are amazing, but you come in here, you gonna get some. You gonna get some. You don't just get what you pay for when you come into LT Square. I'm gonna be honest.
Right. And I really think it's important to taking care of yourself. I work from home. So a lot of times I'm like, okay, well, I don't need to do this because I don't have to do my hair because I work from home. So, but now getting that routine of getting up, and I've always made sure I was dressed and stuff, but I'm like, okay, I don't have to do my hair. I don't have to do my makeup. So now, even though I work from home and nobody can see me, I mean, I talk to people all day. I feel like I have more pleasant conversations if I get up, my hair is done, I look good, like I'm looking okay. I'm not just looking like I just rolled out of the bed or, so I feel like that even that's true. Like even working from home, having that moment where you take care of yourself and getting that self-care in is really good, and even your conversations that you have throughout the day.
Absolutely.
Well, I always kept in mind, I forget that old saying. They be like, make sure your drawers clean just in case you got to go to the hospital.
Right.
For me, self-care is I make sure at any time I'm just like, I can be able to approach. If my sister say, we got a meeting in the office in 10 minutes with a billionaire. Okay, my armpits is shaved, my edges is laid down. Like, okay, I just need to put some clothes on and run out the door.
Right.
So self-care is like, it has to be done. Mental note every day, because I don't have time to be like, whole body, get it together. No, I just need to throw some clothes on and get out the door because at any moment, your billionaire, your Boaz, your whoever might be at the door, and you got time to get it together. You better stay ready.
That's right.
You don't have to get ready.
Exactly.
All right.
Now that's the honest to goodness truth right there.
Yeah. And even like you're relaxing, like taking long, luxurious baths. Like that plays a big part in it too. You lighting a candle, the lights is low, you may even have some music playing. Everything sets you back to your zero, so that if you had a hard day, you had some bad news, or you taking care of a family member, or the bills is due and it's not enough money coming through, you have to make sure that you are taking every bit of precaution so that you don't flip over the edge, because it's easy. Like it's like they say, it's a thin line between love and hate. It's a thin line between sane and crazy. Don't go crazy.
Right. That part.
Right.
And we have someone asking, so what scents do you find to be the most relaxing?
Honestly, it's your body chemistry. Like people love to go to like lavender and things like that. That's not my calm. That's not my relaxing. It honestly is your body chemistry. For me, it's something citrus. It's something perky. I love like we have a scent called white tea and ginger. Oh my goodness. That's my thing right there. Like if I'm cleaning, if I'm pissed off, if I need to calm down, that's my sense. So it's honestly based on your body chemistry and how your vibe on what sets you. Some people be like, oh, a nice sexy cologne is
that do it for them.
That's on you.
Like I like earthy, woodsy, but then when I have a long, hard day, the husband have to rub my feet with our eucalyptus and spearmint, because I'm falling asleep every time. So I could have the earthy, woodsy be my calm during the day, but at night I need the eucalyptus and spearmint.
Yeah, for me, like that eucalyptus and spearmint, I'll be like, that's been gay. Like,
it smells good, y'all.
She loves it. A lot of people love it. They do. It's medicinal.
I don't think your eucalyptus smell like Bengay.
Thank you, Kim.
Y'all are beyond that. But it does smell, good. If you want just a little bit of medicine,
Yeah. It's minty.
We have
minute.
2,000. Yeah, I promise you, it's one. Like
Just for you.
Oh, we just recently came out with one because we play we like
play.
little
We
tennis.
have
Yeah,
fun.
this one called a day spa.
But we got a day spa 1 and day spa 2.
I ain't figured out which one, but yeah, that might be my name. That's
Oh, okay, I gotta come for
we be
that.
stealing it off the shelf, y'all. Well, let me be very clear. Our products are amazing, and they go. Like, don't leave it somewhere. Like, don't leave it on your desk. We've been told stuff gets stolen off your desk.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't mad at it. That's compliment.
Don't leave it in the bathroom. We have a high theft product on the shelf. It's high theft.
Right.
Yeah.
And that is very true because I have taken some of your work to the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
And where'd you get that from? Where'd you get that from? What's that? I'd be like, my sister's LT squared. And they'd be like, don't you leave that laying down nowhere. I get threatened. Don't you leave that.
Don't leave it there. How much you like?
I said, I can tell you where to go to get you some.
I want yours.
You want to steal mine.
Mm-hmm.
It smells better because it's yours.
Right.
Okay.
She stole from you before, Kim.
Now, I'll be honest. One of my favorite sprays is the Kumquat. I mean, that's been in y'all, from day one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that never gets old to me. You can make a million other. I'm going to always get me some Kumquat.
So we call you people that love the kumquat. We call you kumquaters. Y'all won't try nothing else. No. You a kumquater.
Now, I'll try other stuff.
Okay.
But I'm going to add that with my Kumquat.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That's all I'm saying.
You're truthful.
Now, let's just say here, congratulations to your current nomination.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you all. You've been in business for 22 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you have been nominated for a prestigious award. Tell us a little bit about that and some of your other awards that you've received for all the work that you've done in the community.
So you've touched on we won the Fox 8 Hot List. I actually think that one was for 12 years in a row. Okay. So the one for Best Invitations in Cleveland and Akron, we're the only one to win that award, and we won it 12 years in a row. We also won the Wedding Wire, where brides and grooms vote for us, and we won that 10 years in a row. We recently got nominated for Best Customer Service by the Pink and Black Honors. Nice. And the Urban League just featured our business on their website. Mm-hmm. We don't even know how we got that email and call, but they featured us. We're page, I think, 36 on their annual report on their website, and we were able to do an interview there. So,
and they voted us their business of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. So now we're going to go into our pledge. Cassandra?
All right. So, ladies, I'm going to read through our pledge. And then after the pledge, I'm going to ask you a question about why you think this is important for us and for our communities of color. So, open letters to a survivor pledge. Excuse me. Today, we pledge that we will not let survivors fight alone. That upon disclosing abuse, we will not only stand in the gap in prayer, but assist in resources. We will believe and guide them through the trauma and let them know they're not alone. Today, we stand up for every survivor whose voice shakes, telling their story. For survivors who choose to heal loudly because they had to be quiet for so long. When families and the justice system fails them, we will still uplift them and help them find their worth. We pledge today to continue our work and fight for survivors. And so my question again to you is, we have this pledge for our viewers who are survivors, of course. And why do you believe this pledge is important, especially in communities for people of color?
I personally think it's important. So we've always been twins. So we've always had each other.
We've always been twins.
I mean, but we've always had each other. We're not just friends.
Right.
we're sisters. We have a close bond.
I'm your
So
best friend.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I didn't even want to leave that out.
Okay.
But it's important that you have that connection with somebody that you can trust, that can always not only hold you accountable, but hold you up. So you're never alone. I don't want anyone to ever think that in any situation that they're alone, whether it be domestic abuse, violence, dealing with a mental health issue. I'll get personal. I dealt with infertility for a really long time, and it can feel like a lonesome journey. But you have to be loud. You have to connect with other people. You can't live and deal with your issue alone and in silence. All it does is eat away at you.
And you never know that you have a team, that you have a army, that you have support unless you open your mouth. Like you do not know who also had dealt with it, was victorious through it, no matter what the situation was. Like I always tell somebody, I'm 7 minutes away. If you call me, I don't care what I'm doing. I'm 7 minutes away. Just give me 7 minutes. Hold off for 7 minutes, and I'm there for you. Like just knowing that you have somebody, whether it's somebody who, and you'll be surprised, like your story can be what somebody else needed to hear that they weren't alone. Like you would, because a lot of people and things that you go through, it's crazy. The enemy will make you think it is, and I hate, before he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And before he does anything to your body, he attacks your mind. Like he tries to get to you mentally first and make you feel you alone, you the only one, and that you losing. None of those are the real
lies.
Right. None of those are the real scenario of what's going on. Like you're not going crazy. You're not the only one dealing with any kind of mental abuse, physical abuse. You're not the only one that dealt with infertility. You're not the only one. And if you, besides praying, which is your number one thing to do, to go to God, open your mouth and find you a prayer partner or somebody that you can trust. Like it's really important to find somebody that you can trust with your scenario. Like I don't talk to I mean, I hate to say don't talk to everybody, but it's the truth. Yeah. Everybody is not meant to hear your, unfortunately hear your story, because for whatever reason, it's haters about everything. Like I'll be honest, I remember me and my husband arguing about some situations, and it was some people in my family was like, so what she do? Wait a minute. What did I do? So that was your first thought. Now you might have known me when I was 5 kicking rocks, but let me tell you, right.
What you're not gonna do.
What we're not gonna do.
Right.
So everybody is not always there for your story, but you will find somebody. And I know I thank God I always had you since day one, and we gonna ride or die on every scenario. But you get you somebody will sit and cry with you. They'll hold you. They'll support you. They'll make sure that you make it through that night. Because if you can make it through one night of that situation, like is a brighter day tomorrow. I can't say it's gonna be a better day, but it's gonna be a brighter day. You made it through that situation that night, and tomorrow you can make it to the bank, get your money out, and run. But and you have to, when you were talking about the mental stuff, issues and problems can weigh heavy on you. It can feel like your heart is breaking in your chest. Like the weight can be on your shoulders so heavy where you could be 6 feet tall but feel 3 feet tall. Right.
You have to do like the Bible say, cast out every evil imagination. You have to get that off of you. Practice joy, practice love. I remember going through a situation and all I prayed for was my peace. Like I didn't need money. I didn't need anything else. I just needed peace of mind. And if you can get that person that you trust and can talk to, if it needs to be me or Leah, we open. We don't tell business. We keep it. We know how to keep it tight. If you need to reach out to anybody, do that. Get that weight off of you so that you can breathe.
And I know I start my each day like. You may think that I woke up like this, but I didn't. Every morning I get in my mirror and I tell myself, how beautiful I am. I tell myself that I'm victorious today. I tell myself that my debt is broken. I tell myself that I'm strong. I can do everything that's on this list today to do plus some. Get in, you have to, that with that same mental anguish, you have to remind yourself how great you are. The Bible just constantly reminds us of how great we are. Start with your own personal mental victory of telling yourself, I am not a loser. I am victorious, and everything I put my hand to and every place my feet tread is mine. Just remind yourself of how great, like, and then I hate to say, like, I honestly think about something else or worst case scenario, and I'm like, thank you, Jesus, ain't that? You know, like, I'm dealing with here and there. I could be homeless. I could be what? I could be handicapped. I could be, I mean, it's so many different scenarios. You could live outside the U.S. You know how rough it is outside the U.S. Like, it, know your simple victory, the simple things. Like, you got all 5 fingers. Imagine being somebody with some nubs. Like, you know how hard your day would be. It's the simple thing that you have to remind yourself of how awesome it is. I don't care how, like, even if your body's sore, like, remind yourself that at least I got out the bed. I made it out the bed. I'm not 6 feet under. Just remind yourself of how blessed you are.
It's those small celebrations.
Yeah.
Those small celebrations leading up to, like, your big hoorah. Don't let downfall after downfall take you down. Celebrate. Celebrate them small victories.
Storms only last for a season.
That's it. They feel long while you in them, but baby, when you look back and you over that thing.
And it's as simple as if you watch tornado movies, go 2 miles east. It's no storm. It's no storm.
And everything that you go through, and I'm a firm believer in it, ain't about you. So you got to get the victory. You got to make it through your test and trial, because every single thing that you're going through is for somebody else. So take notes along the way, because you got to minister to somebody else to help them make it through.
Amen.
Amen. So that actually went part of what the question I was going to ask. That was a word right there. So my next question was, what encouraging word would you have for someone struggling to self-care? Because sometimes people think like, okay, I don't deserve to do this, or that was my mentality with everything I went through. Do I really deserve this? Do I really? But it took me getting out of myself to realize that I deserve every great thing that's coming to me. So anybody else that's struggling with that, what encouraging word could you give them?
I will probably honestly ask yourself, why not? Why not? Why you don't deserve it? Why? For real. Why not?
Right.
Yeah. And then face whatever answer that you come up with. Face that thing head on. I don't deserve it because I don't have no money. Okay.
It don't take money to do that.
No, it don't take money to do that. It don't take money to look in the mirror and say, girl, you beautiful. You doing the doggone thing. That cost you nothing.
Right. But it was priceless.
Priceless.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And so my last question is, what's next for the both of you, and how can you be reached?
What's the next big thing? Well, next week we have to mentor. We have to mentor 40 young men in doing self-care and starting a business and teaching them how to make product and also some small entrepreneurial business skills. We have to do that for 4 days. So it's our first class. So we're learning on the fly. And we're looking into getting some certifications for the business, as well as doing some scholarships for some young entrepreneurs coming up.
Awesome.
And so I do let everybody know that if you guys do need to reach out, like I said, we're always available. Cassandra, K Love, as well as myself, but also LT Square. So if you guys still want to reach out, you can send an email to openletterstoasurvivor@gmail.com. We'll get the information forwarded to them if you want to look up any products. And I'm pretty sure you guys, you have a website, a phone number. I know you have a website, but or something that people want to look for your products or get invitations, some smell good, whatever they might need.
Yeah, well, our official brick and mortar is at 4147 Mayfield Road in South Euclid, Ohio. You can reach us at 216-381-3220. We're available Monday through Saturday. Appointment, please, but the products behind us are all yours all day, all night. You can order those on the web. Our website is ltsquare.com. I should know off the top of my head. You can reach us on IG at LT2Inc. And
Mhm.
Facebook is LT Squared. Yeah, I think you
everything
hit
LT
everything.
Square.
Yep, everything.
You'll see our face.
Yeah.
Awesome.
um Awesome. So thank you so much for coming. So Tim actually does our motivational minute. So if you guys want to stick around and hear the motivational minute, we welcome you to stick around for that. And then K Love is going to read our spotlight and our Let's Go to Therapy segment, as well as Cassandra ending out the show tonight with our sponsorship. That we're trying to get people to sign up for. And we always say the most important thing is like we say, we want to heal together. So that is our motto, let's heal together. So after we bring Tim in, we'll go straight into our spotlight section. Hey, Tim.
Tim.
How you doing? I didn't know I was going to be on this early. how's everybody? How's everybody doing? I'm going to find my scripture. I left my Bible in my car, but looking at this scripture I planned on sharing within the this podcast today. I'm glad to be back on. I've been gone for a couple of weeks, but I'm glad to be on this podcast to enlighten everyone to understand that we all have a purpose. We all have a purpose. We all are placed on this earth for a purpose. It's up to us to know what that purpose is. I'm so glad. And even in service earlier in our Sunday school lesson, we was talking about how Hannah cried out to Jesus because she wanted to give birth to a child, and she gave birth to a child. Eventually, the Lord answered her prayers, and she named the child Samuel. And the Lord placed Samuel on this earth, for a purpose. So Jesus places all of us on this earth for a purpose, and we have a calling. As I heard in these young ladies' business, they have a calling, and then I heard they're about to mentor some young men. That's a special calling that the Lord gave them. You got to hear the call that the Lord has given you, and you ought to do the work. Don't just hear the call and just sit back. Don't miss the opportunity that the Lord places in front of you, as our on one of as a visiting pastor told us today, Reverend Dr. George Parks. Don't miss the opportunity that God placed within your life. Let Jesus mold, mold you and shape you in his image and allow his work to go through you. So I'm not going to be long. I'm just going to read these brief scriptures from Jeremiah. I'm sorry. From
That's cool.
Jeremiah chapter 1, verses 4 to 9. And I'm just going to, from 4 to 10. And I'm just going to read these brief verses. Because Jeremiah was a young man that Jesus wanted to mold and shape to lead his people and to do his work. He was young, very young, but in these scriptures, it goes to show you that age is nothing but a number. It don't matter what gender you are, how old you are, how young you are. You got to just do the work that God placed in front of you. Don't matter if you're a child, a teenager, or a young man or woman, or even seasoned man or woman. Continually hear the call from Jesus. And it goes to say this: the Lord gave me this message. I knew you before you were in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet to the nations. O sovereign Lord, I said, I can't speak for you. I am too young. But hear this in verse 7. The Lord replied, don't say I'm too young, for you must go wherever I send you. and say whatever I tell you. And don't be afraid of the people, for I will be with you and will protect you. The Lord have spoken. I, the Lord, have spoken. Then the Lord reached out and touched my mouth and said, Look, I put my words in your mouth. Today I appoint you to stand up against nations and kingdoms. Some you must uproot and tear down, destroy and overthrow. Others you must build up and plant. So I say this in closing. Hear what Jesus has to say to you and do the work he's requiring you to do because Jesus is the only one that's going to make everything all right. He's the only one that's going to allow you to flourish. He's the only one that's going to allow you to succeed. The world is here for us to help, not for us to become the world. We want to be in the world, but not of the world. Allow the Lord to speak through you and help you build up his kingdom so we can continually live successful lives and faithful lives. Because the Lord didn't call us to be successful, but he called us to remain faithful. Remain faithful. Step out from the world and go where the Lord is telling you to go. I'm telling you this because if you trust him and and abide by him, he'll lead you along a path that no one can get you to fall. But the world, being of the world, you'll stumble a whole lot of times. But when you follow Jesus, you shall never stumble. Sometimes you may make a mistake, but that's okay. Get back up and continually do the best that the Lord is requiring you to do. Continually stretch out, step out on faith, and allow God to lead you. And know that you are somebody. You're on this earth for a purpose. You have a gift, you have a coin, you have a calling. As a lot of church folks say, you have an anointing on you. The anointing is a calling. Allow that anointing to flourish through you each and every day. Know that you got a calling and a purpose, and trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not to your own understandings, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. God bless you, and God keep you.
Thank you so much, Tim. We always look forward to your motivational minute. We actually missed you the last 2 weeks. We had people like, "Where's Tim? Where's Tim?" We're like, "He'll be back." He had to
Yeah.
take care of some things. So, as a matter of fact, Tim is part of our spotlight section today. So, those of you who are on, we got an announcement. Tim is going to be a part of our spotlight section today. And so, K Love, you could go ahead with the spotlight and the Let's Go to Therapy. And Tim, we thank you and we appreciate you. And you can stay on because we'll be talking about you shortly.
All right. I thank you all. Appreciate it.
All right, now. So, in our spotlight today, please join Dr. Zenora Thompson Saturday, July 13th at St. Mark's Presbyterian Church from 11 a.m. to 3:30 for an interactive grief workshop. Please RSVP, and you can call that number at 216-392-0650. It's time for us to heal from our grief, y'all. So let's get to this workshop. We also recognize our very own Timothy. Who's that? Stephen. Sorry. I was like, that ain't his name. Timothy Stevens, who will be launching his very own accessory line. Woohoo! This will drop on September 16th, 2024. And it's called Righteous Brothers. Yeah. So check out the Instagram at right.brothers216 and look right, feel right, and stay right. I know that's right.
Yeah, that's it. Look right. Yeah.
And also, if you didn't get a chance, please check out Cassandra Williams in her interview with the Modern Titus to Women, titled New Beginnings from Pain to Empowerment. Check out the link in the Open Letters to a Survivor podcast group on Facebook. Now, to find out how to get featured on the spotlight, please email us to openletterstoasurvivor@gmail.com. And in the subject line, put spotlight. And we'll definitely spotlight whatever it is that you got going on. Now, let's talk about let's go to therapy. We all need it. We all a little bit crazy sometimes, okay? But it's all right. As long as we get some help, some prayer and some help, that's all we got to do. So let's go to therapy together. Check out Belinda Williams with the Cleveland Health and Wellness Center, specializing in trauma. Please email her today at blinda@chawc.org. And Dr. Shamara Hutchins with a flexible approach to therapy, surviving and servicing our people in our community with trauma. She is the creator of the Melanated Minds Network. Look for the Mindologist on all social media platforms. And they have a schedule to fit everybody's, life, so just definitely reach out to her. And to get on our Let's Go to Therapy segment, please email us at openletterstoasurvivor@gmail.com. And in the subject line, let's go to therapy.
Okay, thank you. And before we go to our last part, so Tim, tell us about some of the products that you will be having briefly.
Well, the main goal is to sell men's ties and cufflinks and watches and even lady scarves as well, and go furthermore into selling sweaters for the wintertime. But starting out now on September 16th of 2024, I'll be selling men's ties and cufflinks, all colors and all patterns, and the pattern of the tie will match the cufflink. And I'm gonna do this because it's mostly a lot of our younger men and men in general have tough times sometimes finding the right tie for the right clothing that they're wearing, whether it's a suit, whether it's a shirt, whether it's a pantsuit. Sometimes you have a tough time finding it, or sometimes you have a tough time finding it with a reasonable price. So with this, I want to give back and help the community with that, and help our younger men, even going for a job interview, help them look up the part for a job interview, because it's a lot of times you only can make the first impression when you're on your job, and the first impression means a lot. Mm-hmm. So this starting this right here is I believe the Lord wants to open the door for a lot of things within our community, helping everyone, as my slogan say, look right and feel right and stay right.
All right.
All right. And you did have a discount for people who pre-order. So tell us about that discount. So if y'all pre-order today, guess what? He's giving a discount. Tune in.
Yeah. I'm glad you mentioned the discount. Yes, if I'm accepting all pre-orders. All pre-orders, you can send it to the Cash App. Hold on, I'm gonna look at my Cash App now so I can get it right. Always forget.
And what is the pre-order is $10 off, correct?
Yes, if you want to pre-order before September 16th, it's a $10 off price. The original price is $34.99. But if you want to pre-order now or before September 16th, you can have it $10 off for $24.99. And that includes the tie and the cufflinks as well.
Okay, so reasonable. And do you have also I will be posting the Cash App into our Open Letters to a Survivor group on Facebook. So if you're not already go ahead and like the page, because his information will be posted in there. And so we do have that. Okay, and we will tag everybody with that. Do you have the Cash App that you can say right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Cash App is $3T2016.
3T2016. Okay, put that in, and when we do a giveaway, we will make sure you know that Cash App. So everybody stay tuned. He just said his Cash App name. So when I ask next week for a prize that I'll be sending out, I'm giving everybody a hint that he just said it.
Mhm.
So that is the clue for next week for our giveaway. And we end the show with Cassandra. You could go ahead with our sponsorship, and then we'll end the show for this week.
Awesome. And congratulations, Tim. So, Open Letters to a Survivor is starting up a sponsorship program. And so, we want you to join us in making a difference. By sponsoring Open Letters to a Survivor, you can help amplify the vital conversation about mental health and address the disparities in support available to people of color. Become a sponsor today and be part of our mission to heal together. You can email us again at openletterstoasurvivor@gmail.com, and in the subject line, put sponsor. And so, with
Thank
that,
you.
turning it back over to Lady Poet.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for coming today. Thank you for another amazing show. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Get all of your stuff, self-care from LT Square. They
Yes.
got me. I will be going to check out some stuff. When K-Love
Yes.
go, I'm coming with her. So I'm just letting you know that now. And so I'm tagging along. Yes, Tim.
I forgot to ask. Do you all sell men's products?
Yep.
We do.
Okay, I would. You got to send that to Amanda. So you send your information to Amanda so I can check y'all out because I need some.
Okay,
They
I
on
will.
Mayfield, Tim. You can
They
just
on
go
May-
right to the store.
Oh, on Mayfield.
Yes, sir. You know where Sam Silk
Oh
food
yeah.
is? Okay, we're not plugging him. Cross the street. Right across the street.
And that's their shop right across the street.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Kind of catty corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right in that area.
It's near there.
I know just where
Okay.
that is.
Y'all familiar with that area, so yes, you'll be seeing me.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, please like, comment, share, subscribe for all today's content. We thank you so much for tuning in, and you guys have a great day. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Woo-hoo. Love y'all. Thank you.